Namaste everybody. Hello. Today we are going to discuss the first chapter of class 10th CBSE board. His flight first chapter, A Letter to God. In this session we will discuss about the summary and the question answers of the chapter. A Letter to God summary. The story A Letter to God by G.L. Fuentes depicts unwavering faith of a farmer in God. It confident that his harvest is going to yield him huge profits just like it does every year. To his utmost excitement, rainfall did happen, but sooner it turned into a hailstorm, destroying his entire crop field. The damage posed a threat to the family's survival as their entire livelihood was dependent on the year's produce. Although disheartened, the family had robust belief in the Almighty. Lencho, despite having worked day and night at the field, knew how to write and thus decided to write a letter to God, explaining his situations and asking for help. He went to town to post his letter addressed to God. The letter, on being noticed by the postmaster, at first amused him, but then motivated him want to do something for the farmer so as to keep his immense belief intact. He contributes from his salary and collects money from his colleagues and friends who willingly contribute for an act of charity. To his dismay, he could only collect 70 pesos, which he wrapped in an envelope to make it seem like a reply from the deity. On having found the letter, the writer is not at all shocked, but instead he gets angry on finding that the amount is less than what he had expected. He again writes a letter to God, conveying his disappointment and distrust in the employees of the post office who he thought had stolen the remaining amount. This is all about the summary of A Letter to God written by G.L. Fuentes. Now we are going to discuss the question answers of this chapter. These questions are like this, that we will see. First question has been given here. What did Lencho hope for? Answer. Lencho hoped for a rain shower for his crop field. This is sufficient answer. Question number 2. Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? After the rain shower, everything was going as per Lencho's plan, and he had immense confidence that his harvest would yield substantial profits. Thus he referred to the droplets as new coins, the larger ones being equivalent to 10 pesos and smaller ones 5 pesos. Question number 3. How did the rain change what happened to Lencho's field? Sooner after the rainfall had begun, the wind became strong, leading to a hailstorm, as a result of which Lencho's crop fields got withered, the trees had shed their leaves, and the flowers had fallen. Question number 4. What were Lencho's feelings when the hail stopped? Lencho was extremely disheartened and his soul was filled with immense sadness. Question number 5. Who or what did Lencho have faith in what he do? Lencho had unwavering faith in God. Thus he decided to write a letter to God conveying his grievances and asking for 100 pesos for survival and rejuvenation of crops. Who read the letter? A postman who was also an employee of the post office read the letter. Question number 7. What did the postmaster do then? The postmaster was amazed at Lencho's unshakable faith in the deity, and thus to retain it he decided to collect money from him, his friends and colleagues. Question number 8. Was Lencho surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? Lencho was not all surprised on seeing the letter, because this is what he was expecting. Instead, he was angry when he found that the amount was less than what he asked for. Question number 9. What made him angry? Lencho was displeased when he found that money was less than what he had asked for. Question number 10. Who does Lencho have complete faith in? Which sentence in the story tell you this? Lencho has immense faith in God. These lines are evident to this fact. These lines are as follow. Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money, such was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. This should be written in under inverted comma. Question number 11. Why does the postmaster send money to Lencho? Why does he sign the letter God? The postmaster didn't want to shake the writer's faith in the Almighty, and thus out of virtuous intentions decided to collect money for an act of charity. He also signed the letter in the name of God to conceal his identity, as he wanted Lencho to think it was actually a reply from God. Question number 12. Did Lencho try to find out who had sent the money to him? Why or why not? No. Lencho didn't try to find out the sender, because he was very optimistic about the existence of Almighty and that his letter is actually received and replied to by God. It was his unshakable faith that made him not question the identity of the sender. Question number 30. Who does Lencho think has taken the rest of the money? What is the irony in the situation? Remember that the irony of a situation is an unexpected aspect of it. An ironic situation is strange or amusing because it is the opposite of what is expected. Answer. Lencho thought it is the postmaster or the employees of the post office who had stolen his remaining amount, as is evident from his second letter to God, where he requests the deity not to send money by mail next time. The irony here is that it was actually the postmaster and the employees who had collected the money out of their clean intent to keep Lencho's faith intact, but are the ones who ended up getting blamed for stealing the missing amount. This is the irony. Question number 14. Are there people like Lencho in the real world? What kind of person would you say he is? You may select appropriate words from the box to answer the questions. Some of the words have been given in the box: greedy, naive, stupid, ungrateful, selfish, comical, unquestioning. Answer. No. It is hard to find people like Lencho in reality. Lencho is naive, N-A-I-V-E, and unquestioning because of his lack of judgment about the actual physical existence of God. He did not question receiving an actual reply from the Almighty. Also, he is ungrateful in some manner because on seeing 70 pesos, he is not happy but instead complained about the missing 30 pesos. Question number 15. There are two kinds of conflict in the story. There are two kinds of conflicts in the story: between humans and nature and between humans themselves. How are these conflicts illustrated? The story, A Letter to God, depicts two types of conflicts, one between man and nature and other among men themselves. In the beginning of the story, the farmer hopes for a rain shower for the benefit of his cornfield. On actually receiving rain, he becomes overjoyed and starts thinking about all the profit that would come in. Not much later, his joy is turned into sorrow when the wind becomes strong, leading to a hailstorm. This depicts the disagreement between man and nature, wherein humans want the nature to act according to their aspirations. The second divergence arises when Lancho starts doubting the honesty for the post office employees who actually helped him with the money anonymously. This is the conflict among men themselves wherein we are ready to trust in idea of God's existence, but we are not ready to trust each other. So these are the question answers of your a letter to God. Some of the grammar sections has been also given here. I think we should solve it. A letter to God grammar exercise. There are different names in different parts of the world for storms. Depending on their nature, can you match the names in the box with their descriptions below and fill in the blanks? You may use a dictionary to help you. Some of the words has been given. They are like this: gale, G-A-L-E, gale; whirlwind, W-H-I-R-L, W-I-N-D; cyclone, hurricane, tornado, and typhoon. First question is here: a violent tropical storm in which strong winds move in a circle. In the middle, one word has been given: C. Cyclone. C-I-C-Y-C-L-O-N-E, cyclone. Second, an extreme strong wind. This is so-called gale. G-A-L-E, gale. Third one, a violent tropical storm with very strong winds. This is called typhoon. T-Y-P-H-O-O-N. Fourth one, a violent storm whose center is cloud in the shape of funnel. This is so-called tornado. T-O-R-N-A-D-O, tornado. Question number 5. A violent storm with very strong winds, especially in the western Atlantic Ocean. This is so-called hurricane. A very strong wind that moves very fast in a spinning movement and causes a lot of damage. This is called whirlwind. W-H-I-R-L-W-I-N-D. Now you see some of the question next grammar sections. If you see, match the sentence in column A with the meaning of hope in the column B. Will you get the subject you want to study in college? Number 1. Its answer, I hope so. Its answer will be wanting something to happen and thinking it quite possible. Number 2. I hope you don't mind saying this, but I don't like the way you are arguing. Its answer, correct matching, will be showing concern that what you say should not offend or disturb the other person, a way of being polite. Question number 3. This discovery will give new hope to HIV/AIDS sufferers. Its correct matching will be a feeling that something good will probably happen. Number 4. We were hoping against hope that the judges would not notice our mistakes. Correct matching will be wishing for something to happen, although this is very unlikely. Number 5. I called early in the hope of speaking to her before she went to school. Correct matching will be thinking that this would happen. It may or may not have happened. Question number 6. Just when everybody had given up hope, the fishermen come back 7 days after the cyclone. Correct matching. Stopped believing that this good thing would happen. Now you have to make the sentences join the sentence given below using who, whom, whose, which as suggested. First one, I often go to Mumbai. Mumbai is commercial capital of India. Answer will be I often go to Mumbai, which is the capital city of India. This is so-called connector you have to apply. Second one, my mother is going to host a TV show on cooking. She cooks very well. My mother, who cooks very well, comma, is going to host a TV show on cooking. Third one, these sports persons are going to meet the president. Their performance has been excellence, which has been given in the bracket. Answer, these sports persons, comma, whose performance has been excellent, comma, are going to meet the president. Number 4. Lencho prayed to God, his eyes see into our minds. Whose under bracket? Answer will be Lencho prayed to God, whose eyes see into our minds. Number 5. This man cheated me. I trusted him. Under bracket whom? This man, comma, whom I trusted, comma, cheated me. Next question you have, find the sentence in the story negative with words which expresses the following idea emphatically. No trees lost all their leaves. Means not a leaf remained on the trees. Number 2. The letter was addressed to God himself. Answer, it was nothing less than a letter to God. Number 3. The postman saw this address for the first time in his career. Answer, never in his career as a postman had he known that address. Next question is, find metaphors from the story. To complete the table below, try to say what qualities are being compared. You see here, first one question is your object, metaphor. Object, one column object, second column metaphor, and third column is your quality or feature compared. First word is your cloud. Metaphor, huge mountains of clouds. Quality bears here the mass or hugeness of mountains. Second object is your raindrops. New coins. Metaphor, new coins. Quality, the draping or covering of an area by a curtain. Next word is hailstones. New silver coins, frozen pearls. This is the metaphor. New silver coins, frozen pearls. This is the metaphor. Quality, the resemblance in color and hardness to a pearl. Next word is your locust. Locusts. A plague of locusts. An epidemic, a disease that spreads very rapidly and leaves many people dead, like corona. Man, lencho, an ox of a man, metaphor. The working of an ox in the field means hard work. So, my dear children, this is all about your question answer sessions of a letter to God. If you like it, must like it, subscribe it, and if you want to get instantly, do not forget to press the button, bell button. That's all. Thank you.